Come and drink a little whiskey. Come and drink a little whiskey. You and me and the devil makes three, so come and drink a little whiskey.
Never have guessed it was a whiskey show.
Never.
No way.
It's like we like
Way.
whiskey.
Way.
It is.
We do like whiskey.
Speaking of whiskey, I've got a really good one for you guys today.
He's brought a good one.
I am so excited for this. It's called Uncle Nearest. This particular one is Uncle Nearest 1884.
Is there an Uncle Farthest?
That wasn't as funny as that tickled me. The level of laugh was way... Sorry, not that you're not funny, but that just hit right in the zone.
Sure.
That was really good.
Just
Well done.
Just let me know.
Well done.
I'm not funny.
No.
It's fine.
No, it was the delivery that was good. It's not so much what you say, it's how you say it. So, the story of this whiskey,
I think we'd all like to hear it.
the story of this whiskey is amazing. Nathan Nearest Green was a slave on a farm in Tennessee. And on this farm, there was a distillery. It was a secret distillery because this was, back in the times where distilleries were secret. And this was the late 1800s.
Which explains its secrecy.
Secret, shh. It was the late 1800s. It wasn't really secret. You just had the distillery on the back of the farm,
Right.
So Nathan, who was called Nearest, was the head distiller of the farm. He was, one day, a little boy who was 7 or 8 years old, he was a little orphan boy, a little white orphan boy, and he came to live on this farm to be the chore boy. And he would help around the farm and help with slopping the pigs and milking the cows and all of these things. Well, this little boy took a liking to Uncle Nearest and all the things he was doing in the distillery. The owner of the farm thought that it would be a good idea for the little boy to go and study with him and help him out in the distillery. And that little boy's name was Jack Daniel.
Really?
Really.
Very good.
And so Jack Daniel learned everything he knew from Nearest Green, who he called Uncle Nearest. And
That's amazing.
isn't that incredible? And so this, just you wait. This is just getting good. So he learns everything he knows. He grows up and he starts his distillery. And this is just after slavery was ended. And Nearest was a free man, and Jack hired him to be his first head distiller. And he was the first official African-American head distiller ever on record.
Oh, that's
Excellent.
fantastic.
That's fantastic.
Of Jack Daniels, yes, and I love that. And for a long time, he was sort of forgotten about. And then he was spoken about 50 times in Jack Daniels' biography. Yeah.
I did not forget him.
You didn't?
I did not, because I did not know he existed.
Well, then that's wonderful.
We didn't forget you, Uncle Nearest.
We did not forget you, Uncle Nearest. So that's amazing. So they wrote, but in 2016, New York Times published an article about Nearest, telling that, and Jack Daniels approved it to celebrate the 100-year century celebration of Jack Daniels. And then this lady named Fawn Weaver took a liking to this story, and she researched everything. Went and found his family, found everything out, and brought it to the surface. Started a label in his honor.
Oh, wonderful.
This is not done by Jack Daniels, but Jack Daniels is a very big fan of them, and they team up with them on lots of projects.
Oh, wonderful.
So yeah, I thought that was really great. And this is an entirely female-owned and run.
Well, I'll be.
And the head distiller is the great-great-granddaughter of Jack. Of Nearest, of Nathan Nearest.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Isn't that amazing?
Whiskey really does mean family.
Means family. It
Whiskey
does.
means
Over
family.
and over and over.
In all the
Over
ways,
and over
whiskey
again.
means family.
So I'm
Let's
gonna
taste it.
I'm gonna pour
dying to
you
try.
some.
So it's a bourbon.
It is, and they call it an. I listened. The lady who is the head distiller is named Victoria. Victoria is her first name, and I need to look at her last name. I don't have that written down, but she is the great granddaughter.
What's the name of the distillery?
Uncle Nearest.
The distillery is named
Uncle Nearest.
Uncle
Yes,
Nearest.
and the Nearest Green Distillery is named after him.
And where are they located?
Tennessee.
Oh,
Still in
okay.
Tennessee. What is
Uh-huh.
the 1884?
1884 is the year that, the very last year, that's his retirement year. The last year that Nearest ever bottled whiskey.
Ah, excellent.
So, and there's another one.
Heritage.
There's another one that's 1850 something, and that is when he perfected the Lincoln County, what's it called? The Lincoln County process, I believe it's called. And in order to be considered a Tennessee whiskey, it must go through that process.
I've heard of
Oh,
that.
have
I
you?
have heard of that. Yes.
And so it's filtering through charcoal, sugar maple, specifically sugar maple charcoal, and Nearest pioneered that. And now
Ooh.
you must do that to be considered a Tennessee whiskey. This is a very fun. They call it an elevated bourbon.
Oh, I like it. It's got a great nose.
So it's essentially bourbon, and then it is filtered through sugar maple charcoal.
All right. Note for next time.
Yes.
I can't really bend to smell this in this thing, so maybe not fill it
Don't fill it to
quite
the
so far
Listen,
for the next.
if you don't want a heavy-handed pour, I am not
we
your
did let
witch.
her pour.
I will
Right.
fill it up.
We'll sip it down.
I want a heavy-handed pour. I just want it in my mouth and not my bosom.
Everyone else wants it in a
the
bosom.
whiskey doesn't mind.
Doesn't-
Oh, that's wonderful.
It is
I'm definitely
absolutely
getting
right.
maple
The sugar
on
maple
the nose.
charcoal. Yes, it's very heavily in there.
It finishes sweet.
A little bit of banana in the nose.
Is this a sign for banana?
It is.
Banana.
It is the banana sign.
A little bit of banana.
Actually.
No, it really is.
It really
Yes. I love that you know that.
All right.
Not funny.
This is curry,
ASL.
curry banana.
All right, let's try it. It's
Okay.
really good. Oh, I like that a lot. It's very nice.
That goes down so easy. That is
93 proof.
smooth as a baby's bottom. Yes, 93
Wow.
proof.
This is very good.
It is very lovingly made. I love how much love goes into this whiskey. When you listen to the people who are a part of it, it is a family project. It is the passion. And impressive. The first bottle of Uncle Nearest hit the shelves in 2017, and 2 years later they were in all 50 states.
Wow, that is impressive.
Unheard of. Just not
That
even.
is unheard of. That's a wonderful bourbon. Yes, I recommend that one.
Isn't it great?
Mm-hmm.
Elevated bourbon. The head distiller calls it.
You can buy this in all 50 states.
All 50
All
states.
50 states.
All
Lucky
50 states.
you.
And internationally now.
Oh, excellent.
It is a wild success. And the head distiller, Miss Victoria, was... I'm so mad I didn't write
We
down.
should write
her
Uncle
whole name.
Nearest a song.
We
Only thing he
should.
needs now is a song.
Is a song.
We should write him a song.
Let's do that.
We're going to do that. Stay tuned. We're going to write Uncle Nearest a song. But the head distiller won best distiller in the business, best head distiller 2 years in a row, which
Fantastic.
has never happened before.
That's amazing.
Well done.
What's the mash bill?
You know what? I was so enthralled with the story that I did not look up the mash bill.
Post that at the bottom, please, in the comments. Let us know the mash bill if you know it.
Yeah.
Teach us.
I'm always so enthralled with the story behind it. I forget about what's actually in the whiskey. But some of the notes that I found that fascinated me, the finish has mint on the end, which is unusual. And I actually taste that.
Yep.
I'll taste it too.
Do you taste the mint?
Definitely.
Now, if you know me, you know that my palate is the most unrefined golem of a palate that there ever has been. It's not good.
It's
but I
getting
taste
better.
it.
in there.
It's getting better.
It's getting better.
She tasted mint this day.
It's getting better. Do you hear that? Both my sisters said I'm getting better.
I said your palate is getting better.
Why was that funny?
Because of the look you gave me. You were looking at me like this.
I was sipping.
Oh, that's funny. So,
Excellent. Good choice. Well done, Uncle Ernest.
Nearest.
Ernest.
Well, and you know, I picked this because I walked into the store, and I like to do things by chance and feeling and spirit. And I walked into the store not knowing what I was going to do for our project. And I walked in and I met these two lovely gay gentlemen who were husbands. And we instantly clicked because all the gay. And It was like magnets, and we made friends. And I told them what I was looking for, and they said, "Oh, honey, we've got a whiskey for you." And they led me
recommended.
right over to it, and I took that as a sign. And they told me the story. I said, "Sold. That's my whiskey.
Fantastic.
Women owned, black owned." And it's just like we want to support those businesses
What a great
as much as
heritage
possible.
as well.
Perfect.
American heritage.
Absolutely. And Jack Daniels, to their credit, when they were presented with this information and the fact that Nearest did that, the CEO said, "How can we make it right?" That was his first response. And they have truly, really done that.
Excellent.
They made lots of, they've got several scholarships and things like that where they are working with Uncle Nearest to sort of bring his legacy,
Oh, that's
do
fantastic.
right by him.
It is.
So yeah, good whiskey. I've got a cocktail for it that is going to knock your socks off.
Excellent.
But please don't, my feet are cold.
It's a bit chilly down here.
You know why else they call it Uncle Nearest? Because you put the bottle nearest to you and you're the happiest.
Really?
Yes. It's mine now.
No more sharing.
No more
sharing time
sharing.
is over.
She shared enough.
What is the
she's
price
done
point
sharing.
on a bottle of Uncle Nearest?
This was about $40.
All right, excellent.
It was not bad. But they
Very
have
affordable.
several elevated ones that were better. They have a small batch and they have a rye that you can only get at the distillery,
Oh,
which
nice.
sits on about 400 acres in Tennessee.
You know
Road
what?
trip.
I
was gonna
think we
say,
should.
Tennessee is not that far away
Not that
from
far.
Ohio. We
No.
could go.
No,
Definitely
truly.
do that.
And they've still got the Tennessee Walker horses on the distillery grounds, and
But you know what? I want to try a little bit of water in this.
will probably be good. I haven't tried it because it's so smooth like that. It didn't even
It
occur
is,
to me.
yeah, it's absolutely drinkable. I love this.
But I will show you the cocktail that I have planned. I made things. I did witchcraft to make this cocktail.
Did you?
I
She
did.
cooked.
I did.
She's kind of like witch.
Double bubble, toil and trouble.
Trouble, definitely.
Always.
More trouble than boil.
Of course. But anyway, thank you for
Thank
joining
you for
us.
joining us.
There's a joke in there somewhere. I'm looking forward to.
How should we end, Lucas?